What's up everyone, welcome back to another top 5 Tuesday video, and today we are going to be counting down the top 5 Marvel superheroes. So if you guys don't know, Marvel superheroes are arguably compared to DC, like people say that Marvel superheroes is the best type of superheroes. I mean, it is easily understandable why people think this. Marvel has so many great superheroes with great personalities, great character development. While I do think DC is better and it has better villains and better stories, I think that Marvel has better heroes and better movies. And today, I will indeed be counting down the top 5 Marvel superheroes. This includes everything. This includes X-Men, this includes Fantastic, yeah, I'm calling it Fantastic, bite me. And basically everything related to Marvel. So, without further ado, let's get into the top 5 Marvel superheroes. Well, my top 5 Marvel superheroes, because it's kind of sad I have to keep mentioning this, but I don't want anybody to be confused. So remember, this is all my opinion. This is not, I'm not saying that these are the best superheroes. I'm saying that these are my favorite superheroes, so that there's no confusion. Let's get into my top 5 Marvel superheroes. Coming in at number 5, we have the Vision. You wanna know why I call him the Vision? Because he's the Vision. The Vision is probably the most powerful superhero out of all the Marvel superheroes, because he is insane. I've read basically almost all the comic books because I bought that graphic novel of all those Ultron stories, and I did read upon the Vision and how he was first introduced, and I did watch Age of Ultron and Civil War to see more of his character. I think that this is a great character. Being a complete android, he has a personality, but he's still an android, and so he basically wonders about humanity and what he feels and like who he is. Meanwhile, he is kicking so much butt. He has a giant laser out of his head. He can fly. He's basically the Superman of MCU. He is a very interesting superhero, and he is just straight up powerful and awesome to see in action. This is why the Vision comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have X-Men. Well, Wolverine. I don't know how you can make a top 5 Marvel superheroes without including X-Men, but I am including X-Men because how can you not include X-Men? Okay, let me stop. Dude, X-Men is basically, Wolverine is basically just a great superhero and all. And you wanna know why? Because he is just so cool. He has claws that come out of his hands. He can basically jump. He basically has rage, and if you guys want to know what I mean by rage, I mean that he is so short-tempered and so deadly. If you're a supervillain, you probably would be scared of this guy because he is one of the most deadliest superheroes of all time. He is brutal and sometimes merciless. He is a deep character with a lot of tragic loss in his life, but he still isn't afraid to kick butt, and he loves basically fighting all these people. He is basically very heroic, brave, and just outright awesome while doing so, which is why Wolverine comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is Hulk. I don't know how you can also make a top 5 superheroes list without including Hulk in it, but he's the Hulk. Okay, so you guys don't know why Hulk is in number 3. He's the Hulk. He has basically can switch between Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and he basically what the MCU is doing with his characters so far was just basically working out great. Bruce Banner is struggling with himself and this Hulk creature that he transforms into. I know this isn't the first time this has been done, but this is actually the first time it's been done throughout a long period of films, and I love this because Bruce Banner inside is a tortured man who has to live with being basically the freak of the team, because nobody likes Hulk because of how much damage he causes. And so Bruce Banner is basically hated on by the mass majority of the humans in the MCU, and he has a good heart. He wants to do good as this Hulk form, but sometimes the anger just takes over him and he can't get out of this Hulk form because there's no way, there's no cure. So basically the Hulk is basically a deep character. However, sometimes whenever you're watching a light-hearted MCU movie, he is just basically hilarious. He punches whatever he sees. He's basically the Hulk. I don't know how you do not know the Hulk. If you do not know who the Hulk is, look him up because he's the Hulk. So coming in at number 2, we have everyone's favorite web slinger, Spider-Man. Oh my god, how do you not love Spider-Man? So Spider-Man, basically, let me get the idea of this character. So Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider, which gave him super spider powers, and so his uncle dies by the hands of his criminals. So instead of exacting vengeance, he learns that with great power comes great responsibility. So he has to use his newfound powers to basically deal with criminals while also having to deal with his teenage life and take care of his old aunt while also having relationships with girls and taking care of best friends and watching the ones that he loves and basically has close to him either become a supervillain or get attacked by supervillains. How is that not a great story? So Spider-Man is basically the one that's cracking jokes all the time. He cracks so many jokes. He has super strength, he can shoot out webs, he can climb walls, he can basically do everything a spider can. And so Spider-Man is just a great, I don't know, just a great superhero because he is a teenage boy and there's a lot that he doesn't understand about the world yet. He has a bit of an ego, and he does crack a lot of jokes, but he basically is a teenager, which makes it more interesting because he's a kid handling real life supervillains and problems, and it's just overall very entertaining to watch our favorite web slinger deal with his very interesting life. And Spider-Man is done very lightheartedly, but there are a lot of times where Spider-Man is done basically tragically, like the Amazing Spider-Man, which should not be the case because Spider-Man is supposed to be basically something that you can watch and feel uplifted by, not something that you can watch and cry over. So I don't think that Spider-Man is supposed to be a serious story. It is supposed to have serious moments in it. I'm not trying to be one of those people who says, oh yeah man, the ultimate Spider-Man, that's how Spider-Man should be portrayed. No. You wanna know what I think? He should be portrayed like the Spectacular Spider-Man show, where he cracks so many jokes, but there is a lot of stuff going on in his life, where sometimes there's a lot of emotional scenes in it, and you do realize that the grand scale of what he's dealing with. However, he does crack so many jokes and is still lighthearted and always does what he thinks is right and always fights for the greater good, which is basically the perfect portrayal of Spider-Man, which is why Spider-Man is my second favorite Marvel superhero. So now, you guys are probably wondering, what is better than Spider-Man? What superhero can possibly be better than Spider-Man? Will it either be Captain America, possibly? Or will it either be Ant-Man or Black Panther? Who is it? That answer is simple, my friends. Iron Man. Yep, that's right. Iron Man is my favorite Marvel superhero. Let me explain why. This character has gone through so many hardships in life. First of all, he had a father that neglected him, and his father cared about him, but he didn't really spend any time with his son. He was always obsessed with his career, and that ended up getting him and his wife killed, leaving up Iron Man as an orphan. So Iron Man grew up being the CEO of this company, and he is a major jerk, but he's not a jerk that you hate. He's a jerk that you can have fun with. He cares for a lot of people and does stuff for the greater good. However, he is still kind of a jerk, and he has the most massive ego ever. But that's great because superheroes are not perfect. Sometimes superheroes are basically just fun to see, and Iron Man is the most fun superhero out there. What's that, you ask? What's so great about Iron Man that's fun to watch? Well, he is CEO of a billion-dollar company. He has a massive ego and is fun to watch. He cracks a lot of great jokes. He has a giant robotic suit. Well, not giant robotic suit, but a very enhanced robotic suit that gives him insane strength, repulsor rays, and can make him fly. And he has some of the best arch nemesis out there. And yeah, he is easily my favorite Marvel superhero, especially because I love superheroes that uses a great amount of technology. And Iron Man, he's Iron Man. Yeah, he uses a lot of technology. I just think that Iron Man is basically a genius of the group. He tells a lot of jokes, and overall, he's just a very fun superhero to watch. He's my favorite superhero out of the entire Marvel superheroes list, which is why Iron Man is my #1 favorite superhero. So that was my top 5 Marvel superheroes. Comment down below what you guys' top 5 Marvel superheroes were. And if you guys are not a Marvel fan, comment down what are your top 5 DC superheroes ever. Or if you guys just like both, then comment down what are your top 5 superheroes in general. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.